Today I have to build 5 houses for 5 biomes in Minecraft. There are many biomes in Minecraft, and there's not many structures that can go with them. So today I'm building 5 houses that go in 5 biomes in Minecraft. Let's go. So I started with the Soul Sand Valley biome because this is sort of an empty, fiery lava area. So I tried to start with the base of the volcano. Volcanoes are filled with fire and lava, so I tried to just make the nether a little bit more interesting by making a Soul Sand Valley volcano. And I have never attempted to do this before, so it was very fun and interesting to do. So I started with the lava at the top and then added some blue flames around the edges. Then I put some bones and lava pouring down. The lava was spewing everywhere, so I had to close that up. But I also tried to make it like a scary place that no one would ever want to go to, and the volcano was complete. But then I had to do the interior of the house to make the volcano completely complete. So I used a lot of blackstone and blackstone bricks for the floor to make it sort of a dark and scary place, maybe where an evil scientist or villain would go. And that was the volcano totally finished. And yes, this is it. I think it came out really well. You can see this is a volcano that really fits in the surrounding. There's bones everywhere, even some basalt. And you can see you can just ender pearl in and you go through the floating lava through the top. You can see if I ender pearl back out, I will go back through it and down into the house. The way I did this was I used structure voids over here, which you can go through but can hold up lava. And you can see I made some decorations around here. Here's the furnace area. Here's the bed area. You can see there's a lot of lava blocked off. There are chests around over here, and that is basically it. There's a big grand tree in the middle. So yeah, I think we should move on to the next biome. The next biome was the mushroom biome. So I tried to work my best on this layer by layer. I started to make a detailed mushroom. So I wanted it to really fit into its surroundings because it is a mushroom biome. So I really wanted it to stand out. So if you were walking by, it would really catch your eye to see. I put the big head on top with like a lot of red, and I went layer by layer just trying to make it look like it could be a generated structure, and I tried to make it as big as possible so it definitely stands out. I made the bottom of that sort of rigid with spots on top. Then I put some mushrooms on top of the stem, and the outside was complete. And next, I worked on the interior. I made the interior inside of the head of the mushroom. I filled it in with white. And then I made the edges around the room out of mycelium and tried to make it kind of overgrown with a lot of leaves and mushrooms on the inside. I made some of the white spots into windows, and the inside was finished. So yeah, I think this has gone pretty well already. You can see light is given off from the windows. You can walk in down through here, and you can go up the spiral staircase. You can also go up this water stream, and once you get to the top, you get led into this room, which is fairly overgrown, very lit up with chests, furnaces, beds, and crafting tables. So yes, I think this was a success, and I think we should move on to the next biome and house. The next biome is one of my favorites. It was the taiga biome. I felt like I should just go with a big mansion build because that would look very good just walking through the forest and seeing a large mansion. So I went with a spruce feel because that's what mainly taiga biomes are like. I put on the base level of the house some stone bricks. I went through many designs to try to figure out what I should put in the front of the house, but finally got a stone brick feel and thought it went very well with the spruce house. So I put a lot of tiny details and went with a very tall 2-block high diagonal roof, and went in the back with sort of an area with hay bales, and then went with the other part of the roof coming out, and then I started the inside. The inside was kind of hard to do because it was such a high place, but I went with some bookshelves, barrels, and a dining room feel, and that was it. I just looked back at that clip and it sounded like I couldn't even keep up with myself. Oh my gosh, why do I talk so fast? So yeah, you can basically see this is the third build finished. You can see it's a very big stone and spruce house. Down at the back there are some hay bales for farming, and if you go through the door, you can see the big dining room. And yes, I'm very proud of this build, but I think we should move on to the next one. Come on. The next biome I went with was the jungle because it is unique because there are such tall trees. So I tried to go with a treehouse feel, maybe even a village. So I tried to use some dark oak in it because it very much went well with the jungle wood. And I just put it at the top of the trees and maybe just put a spiral staircase going down and went to the next house. So the next house was sort of like a Japanese style build. I have never tried making this before, so it was definitely a surprise seeing that I wasn't that bad at it, but I tried to make both of the houses kind of with a similar feel. The next one with the same type of wood and roof. Then I added in some new houses, a well, and even just to make it more interesting. And I added in some bridges with some overgrown leaves coming on it. I definitely like the overgrown feel. And I even added in a spiral staircase leading down to a garden area, which was lit up, and it worked very well with the feel of the jungle. Like there was a village living there, and that was the fourth base and biome done. And finally, we have got our fourth base. This is the jungle village, or base you can see. There's a garden over here. You can go up the spiral staircase, and then you can see the smelting room. Then you can go up to the well, and then there is the sleeping area with the crafting tables, also including the storage area. So yeah, I'm very proud of this. I'm liking it a lot, but I think we should move on to the last and final house. Next up and finally last was the desert biome. I figured I would love to make sort of a sandcastle that maybe a little kid or just any human built, so I added the 4 turrets or pillars around the area just for people to shoot off into the distance. I added some little designs to each edge of the pillars. It kind of took a while to make each pillar, but they ended up looking very good in the end. So then I added walls made of sandstone just so people can go around and shoot off the enemies in the distance. I worked a little bit hard on the entrance. It seemed to be uneven, so I had to shift that over. And then the big entrance was done, and I finished off the last wall like that, and then that led me to the inside in the main castle. This gave me where I could build the throne room and made me so I could make the courtyard around the area, which had little shops and hay bales around. Then I worked on the inside with a gold throne and some other details, like it was where a king sat, and it was complete. So yeah, this is our 5th and final house, the sand castle. You can see this is a shovel that a child used to build this. You can come in, there's the shopping area where the animals are kept, and here's the throne room. So yeah, I definitely like this build, and yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure, and you're new to the channel, make sure you like and subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next video. See ya!